Welcome back, folks. As you can see, the house is now under contract, so I'm only here for a couple more weeks. Working on finding a rental, but the market is brutal, so that hunt continues. But what I'm going to do today is the SC400 is extremely dirty because I drove it in a bunch of snow a couple weeks ago and haven't cleaned it, but it's due for some maintenance and I want to knock that out today. So what I've got planned, I've got brake performance kit for the front and the rear. It's slotted rotors with brand new pads, as well as I still have some Stop Tech fluid left over that I'm going to flush through the system. So I'm planning to knock that out. I'm getting an oil change done with my favorite sponsored Purell factory filter, of course, and then we're going to slap spacers on because the fitment on this is less than desirable. Obviously in the future it needs a suspension and all that jazz, but for now I want to at least get the tires set where they're not so sunk inside the fenders. I want to bring them out a lot more flush. So that's my goal for today. I have a few other things I can do to it, but I don't know if I'll have time. I only have about 2 hours free here today. So gonna get this over in position, get it thrown up in the air, and we will get started. It's always fun to tear into your car after you've already driven it a couple thousand miles and find interesting things. Like this is minor, but this has been, this vacuum line here has been glued up. A little wire cover's missing, which is no big deal. If you couldn't tell, I'm going to remove this today, but the undercover has been dragging on the ground. And then this is cool, so I have 5 lug nuts and 5 lug nuts, but then you come around here and I have 4 lug nuts, and you come up here and I have 4 lug nuts. So 2 new lug nuts will be put on order today. I'll show you guys what we're working with here. So you can see the front brakes. Best get me a flashlight. These front rotors they have some heat marking, some warping. Pads are pretty low, they're not horrible, but you can see like there ain't much left there. It does have just factory replacement KYBs, so the suspension's okay on this thing for now, even at stock height. Now on the rear, if you can tell, these things are really grooved, and again, the pads really aren't bad, but there is so much pulsating when you brake in this car. It is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's like a foot massage every time. So that's why I decided, for the money, just go all new. That way I don't have to worry about it. Plus, they're those real cool coated rotors, so, you know, I had to. Matches the car. So, anyway, yeah, so I'm going to pull off that undercover, drop the oil, start in on the brakes. Then once the brakes are done, we'll slap on some spacers, and we'll see how she looks. Well, the drain plug was excessively tight, to where I had to break at a large wrench to get it loose, and the drain plug didn't even have a gasket on it. So, I know this car has leaks, but that doesn't help. So, we're going to get a new gasket installed on that bad boy before we put it together. So here you can see the old pads and rotors, all rusty and nasty, versus this sleek new cleanness. Even though these aren't leaking or anything, you can see the bushing is absolutely shot. This is resting all the way down. So definitely would be nice to have some new suspension on this thing. I also noted that the brake line covering is cracking, so I'm going to have to put new lines from the caliper up to the hard lines. So those aren't hard to replace, they're not too expensive, so I'll have to order a new pair in, at least for the front. Let's see what the back looks like. I don't feel any cracking, but these are even easier to replace because it's just from here to here. So I may just do all new lines from the hard lines to the calipers. I am planning on a full ABS system delete anyway, so maybe I'll do that as part of that project soon. But yeah, I'm gonna slap this new one on, and we'll keep rolling. And here's after. Looks way better. So now that that is on, I'm going to go ahead and throw the spacers. I think this one has the measurements on it, but so front spacers I got thinner, rear spacers wider, because Lexus from the factory sets the rear wheels in further. So what I do with these is first I'll apply red thread locker to all the lug studs. Then they bolt on with these, and I will torque them down properly with a torque wrench. So I'm going to slap those on, then I'm going to knock out the other side, and yeah, I got to get moving on this today, so I'm just going to keep rolling, and I'll catch up with you guys once I've made some progress. Alright, so we've got new brake, new spacers, all four corners. I'm starting to bleed them, get some new fluid through this system. But it's all together, oil's drained, so I'm going to dump this new Pure All in, and then she'll be ready to hit the road again. Wheels are back on, so let's get her on the ground and see how it all looks. Alright, wheels are all torqued down. So let's show you how she looks now. Look at that. Ooh, that is flush. Love it. The back with the wider spacer is right there as well. I'm real happy with that. Adam's on his way over. I'm going to help him knock out a brake job real quick this afternoon. But so last night I picked up one of these 3M stripe wheels. It's basically like a super soft, like rubbery disc you put on a drill, and I just don't like the pinstripe. The gold pinstripe ain't working for me, so I already hit this front fender, and it was super quick. Due to paint fade, you know, you can still see it if you really look, because of course the protected paint, but from a distance it cleaned up really well. So that works pretty darn well. just like that, it's done. Both sides. Let's see. Camera's been running for 20 minutes, and I took several text breaks in there, so that was like a 10-15 minute job. So obviously it needs washed and all that, but as far as getting the pinstripe gone goes, that works extremely well. So anyway, quick little flip there. Just thought that would be cool to do. They're not cheap by any means. That little wheel is like $55. You can probably find cheaper ones. That's like the legit 3M one. But that really works, and I have not liked that pinstripe since I bought the car. So that was a quick and easy mod that makes me really happy, because that car doesn't have a pinstripe, so this one didn't need one either. So anyway, that's that for now. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed a little Lexus maintenance, and we'll see you next time.